Hi friends, it's Victor Costa, peace, love, and muscles. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having an outstanding day. You know, I get more likes when I don't have the glasses on, but then if I take the glasses off, people will say I liked you better with glasses on because I think they feel that the information is quote unquote more credible if I have the glasses on. If I take the glasses off, then you get a whole other slew of comments about different things. So they say I like the nerd with glasses, and what he's saying sounds right. So I really want you to pay attention and listen to what I'm about to say, so I will keep the glasses on for this video, all right? So I know that I've been looking a little Skeletor in the face lately, right? And of course, that's a byproduct of basically sucking down every ounce of fat that you've got in your body and looking like you're half dead, you know? And so I understand that. And I understand that I look better in this area when I am eating a little bit more or when I'm training with less intensity. That's really more of it for me because I kind of eat the same all the time. It's when I crank up the volume of the work that I keep the same amount of inflow but with a higher output, right? So that's what usually happens. I kind of develop this this rhythm to my body where it takes on this momentum. And I'm sharing this with you because this can happen both in a positive way for you and also in a negative way for you. So for me, when I'm eating the same amount, let's call it 2,000 to 2,200 calories, something like that, and then I crank up the output. I start doing more repetitions. I start spending more time in the gym. I really train with a higher level of intensity. For a person like me that is very sensitive to just about everything, emotionally as well as physically, that has a big change in my body and in my metabolism. If I stay down in the gym and I'm burning about 500 calories an hour, let's just call it that. I know it can vary. But the way that I train probably burns about that much, if not maybe a little bit more, because I'm kind of fast-paced. If I spend an extra 20 minutes down there, you can guess that it's about another 150 calories that I'm burning, right? Or so. Let's round it, about 150 calories. If I spend a half hour down there, it's about 250 calories, right? So if I spend an hour and a half, it's 250 more. So we're talking about 750 calories. Remember, I'm only eating about 2,000 to 2,200. So that marginal difference, the difference between burning 500 calories, for me, spending an hour down there, or 750, is a 50% gain or a 50% increase from the amount that I was burning before, which will have an effect on a person's body if they consistently do that over time. What happens with me in general is that my body flips a switch and it picks up this momentum. I become a more muscular person and a more efficient fat burner to the point where we're sort of keeping the muscle going and the fat is coming off, and suddenly the first place that you start to see that is in this area. So you can look like, you know, Skeletor for a little bit until it starts affecting the entire body unit, right? And so if you're really sensitive to these numbers, you can kind of manage it like I do, right? Which is, you know that you try to keep everything at a certain baseline so that you don't go over that. So in other words, the 250 calories, that the extra expenditure, the greater the intensity, and I'm eating the same greater intensity, more time in the gym, all of that taxes the body unit. It makes me, quote unquote, a more muscular person, a more efficient fat burner. I'm spending more calories. And that's, for me, that's about the line that I'll draw. But if you're not experienced with something like this can pick up a momentum to the point where you become really kind of, not only this starts to go, right, the cheeks and stuff like that, but everything else starts to go too, if you're not experienced. So what I'm going to suggest in general, and just a reminder to you folks, is to do everything sort of slow. There's no urgency, right? I mean, yes, if you're getting ready for a contest, there's some heightened level of urgency, but in general, just to live your life, you don't have to crash 20 pounds. You don't have to crash 30 pounds. You know, people tell me, hey, Vic, I want to lose 50 pounds. 5 pounds is on the way down to losing 50. And the same with moving upward. You want to gain 20 pounds, but 2 pounds and 3 pounds and 5 pounds and 10 pounds and 15 pounds is on its way up. So what have I been doing to decrease the Skeletor and at the same time not mess with the rest mess with the rest. So I've been eating a little bit more integration of food into my diet, about another 200 calories a day. And that's it. I'm going to keep it there for a while, and then I'm going to let that become a part of me, become a part of my body unit, a part of my gut, a part of my vibration. I mean, you get accustomed to managing that little extra food, which, by the way, is 1,400 calories more per week, right? And so my body's going to take that, and it's going to figure out what I'm trying to do, and it's going to try to figure out what is he up to now with this. So everything is going to remain the same. The training is going to remain the same. The amount of time is going to remain the same. The intensity that I can manage and understand myself is going to remain the same. But I'm going to add 200 calories a day, a manageable variable, until the Skeletor goes away, okay? And I will, and I'm starting to feel it already. You start to notice these things rather quickly. And I want to remind you guys of something. The way that you know you're dehydrated is if you drink more and you feel better. The way that you know that you're not getting enough sleep is if you sleep more and you suddenly make better decisions and you feel better and you have more energy. The way that you understand malnourishment is by getting nourished and saying, boy, I used to feel like crap. You kind of understand these things in reverse. So what I don't want anybody to do is make drastic moves. The way to get big naturally is slowly. That can happen fast. Things can happen fast. But in general, I mean, you have to kind of, it's a marathon. It's not a 100-meter dash. And so if you want to do this for a while and you want it to look real and you don't want it to look like a rented suit, you want it to look like a suit that you fit in comfortably and feel comfortable, you manage these things slowly. You add in one variable. Same with supplements and things. Excuse me, I never do that, but I think it's my hair. It's getting longer now. You manage the supplements by getting rid of everything and then taking one and seeing what it contributed. But the only way to measure it is if you had all your variables remaining the same. So that's the scoop. I don't know how other people do it. That's how I do it. I think that's a smart way to do it. Don't be afraid to take a day off. If what you do over the long run and you train day in and day out, you train all the time, taking a day off is not going to mess with anything. It's not going to. If you feel sluggish, you want to take a day off. You want to let the body heal. You want to let it recover. And when you feel that way, don't automatically go into, boy, I'm lazy, I'd better get to the gym. You ask yourself, what is this biofeedback mechanism saying to me? Why am I tired? What have I not been doing? Have I not been sleeping enough, eating enough, nourishing enough, drinking enough? No one drinks enough, by the way. If we were treated by other people or a system the way that we treat ourselves, there would be riots in the street. Try to take care of yourself. And also back to the emotional, well, let's save that for another video. I've already eaten up 8 minutes of your time. Okay. So peace, love, and muscles. I will continue to get rid of the Skeletor. What I'm going to do is 200 calories a day for a couple of months. See if the Skeletor goes away. I'll see what's going on over here. And then if that doesn't work, then I'll add another 100 maybe. Who knows? Might even have a piece of chocolate. Guys, take care of yourselves. Peace, love, and muscles. All right? Be well. Bye.